As soon as I injected it, it was just, a rush of euphoria. It was like, wow.
It is the one drug that is obviously not just the possession of it, but obviously the manufacturing of that is the most dangerous. So, while I wouldn't say, hey, you should do this drug instead of meth, because it's, it's obviously less dangerous. They're all physically harmful to a person. But, with heroin and things like that, you don't have, the cooking of chemicals, and you're not going to blow your house up. So, or a whole city block, which it can happen.
It was in that garage right next to our house, and it's very close to the house. It could have exploded at any time. And I was like, when I first found out, was obviously when they were doing all that, because I really didn't know what they were doing back there. But when I found out, I was like scared, but I knew it was over because the cops had already taken care of it. But still, like, kind of scared me a little.
We work with meth patients. We don't see a whole lot of them there. I think a lot of them end up in the prison system.
It's not all drug users, whether it be, whether they smoke it, snort it, shoot it, whatever it is. I mean, not everybody is a bad person. Not everybody. I mean, you got your bad apples in every group. Which, if you've ever been to jail, I mean, you can see, people that are in jail, a lot of times, they were just wrong place, wrong time.
Say that at the time of their sentencing, the judge ordered them to counseling, which obviously he would. And let's say that they're already engaged in counseling and then they relapse and have a positive test. We would have to determine what would be appropriate at that time. Is there jail time? Most of the time, yeah, there's going to be some jail time that is going to occur with that sanction. But what we try to do first is any type of avenue we can with treatment. So, because that's our ultimate goal here.
When you have the medication and therapy, we have seen success rates as high as 60 to 65%. And there's thinking in our field that the success rate can be much higher when we have the resources that we need.
Because they're not, sending you to somewhere to get help, going to Talbot Hall in Columbus. That was a terrible situation because we were in meetings talking about, I want to get clean. There's people in there just bawling, in tears, crying. It's just like, I'm there. I'm like, I don't even know why I need to be here. I had like the worst attitude in there, but I wasn't out in the hall talking about, I could get out of here. People that were in tears, mind you, I was talking about, I could get out of here and get down the street and get, Coke, whatever the fuck you want.
Community control, I've often said that means that we try to, control people having issues within the community. And if we can do that and keep them on the streets, that's what we want. We want them to be able to succeed in their own environment. What happens is if they have enough violations or if the violation is serious enough, they go back in front of the court and on a motion to revoke their community control. And then the judge has to decide at that point if they're no longer amenable and no longer to be able to be maintained in the community, whether they're, obviously a safety, there's a risk to the, to the public, then they would be sent to prison.